Alright, so in Tekken, some moves are really hard to do, or some setups are pretty hard to do, and you may wonder and go like, how in the world am I meant to do this? And let me introduce this wonderful technique called buffering. And there are kind of two kinds of it. So first is the normal input buffering that you can find in pretty much all the fighting games. So say like Falling Rain. Falling Rain is a good example for Asuka. It's down forward, down forward, 1+2. Okay, so down forward, in crouch, down forward, down 1+2 gives you this throw. Oh wow. I can actually do it slowly. Oh my god, that's so surprising. I never knew that. Okay, so there you go. Right, so as you can see, if you do it, you kind of like shimmy forward, and then like your opponents may be able to see, and that's not good because hey, you don't want to get seen throwing this move. Alright, so a common technique, okay, more realistically, so a common technique for Asuka is, for Falling Rain is to do 4-2 and then cancel it, because 4-2 is a good water, don't get me wrong, but it's -17 and it's a mid. So what does this mean? This means that chances are they're gonna block it, and once they block it, they'll do their own like, you know, hop kick, launcher, whatever, and I'm gonna suffer it. So what a lot of players do is 4-2 and then cancel it, and then into Falling Rain. So, and like this is a really good setup because in order to block a mid, you have to be standing. And Falling Rain is a throw, which you go through guards. So this is a really good setup, which is worth practicing. And all my skills just went down the drain. Even though it's just after I made the video that you should practice on both sides, this happens. Okay, so Falling Rain. Okay, so instead of doing the input for Falling Rain after you recover, instead of doing this and then hoping you get it, man, I'm not making a really good case today. There we go. Instead of doing it afterwards, you can do it before your animation ends. So I've kind of turned this recovery animation on to make it easier to show you guys, because without it, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, so when I'm flashing blue, I can't really do much, right? So normally, you probably go like, okay, wait till the animation ends when I can make an input, and then do Falling Rain, which is, you know, slow. Oops. Oop, okay, slowly. One. That didn't work. Okay, you guys get the idea. So if you do down forward, down forward before the animation ends, or if you do afterwards, is press 1+2 and your throw comes out. Your throw will come out. Like so. It was a bit slower, but hey, it got the job done. That did not get the job done. Looks like I need to do it on one side. I have time to hit the practice board. So that is one application of how you can, you know, buffer a move first, and the moment you recover, you can just the move just comes out. So that's one application. Another application for Asuka, because yeah, I clearly practice Asuka, is side steps. Okay, so it doesn't have to be for a move. It can be like when someone puts you down and you want to sidestep. Okay, so same logic applies. If you want to sidestep, you can actually input a sidestep move before the animation ends. So say like somebody does. Okay, I'll put this on guard for me. So okay. Say somebody does this. What's a good move that? I don't know. I actually don't know. I actually don't know what move. Anyway, it's not important. Like say like there's, you know, King has one. Actually, I won't bother. So select this move that forces you to crouch. Alright, and then like I do like down forward, something like that. Okay, it actually doesn't work, but you get that idea. So if I sidestep to the foreground and I could evade the opponent's down forward too, right? But I have to do it from crouch, and the timing can be strict. So what do you do then? So you can actually do it before the animation ends, you know, straight before, and I'll show you without doing that. So Asuka's 3 2 4. So Asuka can actually combo off of this, but with Rising 4, but it's really finicky. Okay, what you should do is sidestep up and then do down back 4-3, which is hella hard, but it's the correct thing to do because it's much more consistent. Because if I do it here, see, it misses. Whereas if I do it here and then I'll attempt to, no, okay. Whereas if I do that and I get the timing right, obviously, the combo will be much more consistent, you know. And before recover, I can just tap up and my character will sidestep like that. See? So just tap up and that's it. You know, before it ends, there is some sort of leeway or limit before it actually registers. But you can essentially do it before your animation ends, and doing so, you know, will make your sidestep come out much more quicker. You know what? I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I'm getting somewhere. No, that didn't work. God, this is hard. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so that took me what, like 10 tries before we get it. Alright, so that is the first sort of buffering, and you can find it in many games. Right, you can do a move, and then once your animation finishes, you just press, you know, the corresponding buttons, and your move will come out. Right, the second type of buffering in Tekken, and this kind of exclusive to Tekken, is that let's say you have a move that requires multiple buttons. So Falling Rain was one of them, but let me give you a much more practical example. The Swallowed Meta Combo, which is back to 1+2 4. Okay, and it can be kind of hard to pull off sometimes, because if you do it wrong, you might get the back to 1-4, which is totally different. You know, one's a screw and the other one's not. Actually, stop hiding for a moment. Okay, so say like I wanted to use this as a combo. Okay, I mistimed it. You can actually, you know, make your life a whole lot easier by using bottom buffering. So to do so, let me give you a simple example. Select 1+2 first. Okay, 1+2. Yeah, as a good example. Alright, so what you can do is hold the first button that you need for the move, and then when you want the move, you complete the move. Right? So select 1+2. You know, I'm holding 1 all the way here, and then when I want 1+2, I press 2, and it'll come out. And the same applies to the Swallowed Meta Combo. So if I want this to appear each and every time, I press back 2, hold the 2, and then press 1. And then my elbow would come out each and every time. Whereas if I try and do it present each and every time, I might get the 1 instead. And I don't want that, because that one gives me a screw, the other one gives me crappy damage. Right? Okay, whatever, that's a trashy combo, but hey, it does the job. Alright, so bottom buffering and input buffering, right? So these, make use of these bufferings and your life will be much easier. You know, before I end, I'll actually use it properly this time. Alright, so a move that two moves. So in this combo, Asuka actually has to do 1+4, and forward 1+2. Okay, so a normal Asuka combo, like Asuka's bread and butter. I missed that one. There you go. So actually, see that I'm not that good, but I can do the combo consistently. So say like for the running 3, so forward 2, forward 4, and running 3. Afterwards I have to do 1+4, which can be pretty hard. If I do it wrong, I get the 1-4, or I just get the 4 out, and I don't want that. I want to get the 1+4 each and every time. And afterwards the 4 1+2. So while I'm doing the running 3, I hold 4 and then press 1, and I get move out. So this is one example of how you can use button buffering to make your life a whole lot easier when you are doing combos. So put it to good use and good luck.